up, Buttercup? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is all about book hauls for the month of September, and I am going to just do a few caveats before we jump in with all the books that I have on my radar. There are a murder of crows outside in a nearby tree. I don't know why they have decided to congregate right next to my house. However, I welcome any and all crows, ravens, and their murderous activities, especially when it's coming up with spooky, scary skeleton season. So if you hear crowing or like weird noises in the background, it's the murder of crows. Also, I am still getting over this food poisoning, so I'm drinking a lot of water, and I've been doing a lot of presenting at my work and also my retail job, where people are very, very chatty. They just love to chat. So I'm also kind of sort of losing my voice. So I do have liquid death. Hopefully the death of this mountain water will help me through this video. There might be some random cuts because I'm drinking the liquid death, and I don't think you want to see that, but just to keep it going and not push this video out longer than necessary, I'm gonna be drinking some water in a can. I found out about liquid death, actually it was before Steve-O got a paid promotion for it. I really wanted to try it. This was on sale. I don't like the sparkling water one, but I fucked that up. No! I kind of ruined it. Anyway, I didn't want to buy it for like $20, but this was on sale for $10 for whatever it is in the box. And I was like, well, duh. Their marketing campaign, fantastic. I remember seeing them right when they came out, and then I kind of forgot about them, and then I saw that they are being sponsored by Steve-O because I watch his podcasts, and then I saw it on sale, and hello, cheers. These two were gifts from my husband. I first saw this, and I was like, did you really just give me a child's book? And he's like, look, it's very informative. And I understand it is. I will take any and all things that are about foxes. So the insult wasn't actually an insult, but for half a second I was like, did you really? I'm gonna finish this in like 5 minutes. I'll totally count it for Goodreads, but you know, if you see this pop up and then I rate it, it's because, I mean, it's for kids. But I'm excited either way. The other one that he got me, The Hidden World of the Fox. And okay, these pictures, these are those famous GIFs, and of that, the red fox jumping into the snow and having its tail and butt sticking out. I think it's hilarious. So I saw the cover, I'm like, oh my god, you know me so well. Considering we've known each other for a decade and been together for 6 years, I would hope so. And here's the test. I'm excited. The next that I bought on my own for only $5. It was on sale. Hello. Yeah. It was a Little Princess because I got a Secret Garden, whatever, by the same writer. We all know A Little Princess and the Secret Garden. But I got that book previously last month on sale from a thrift store for, let's say, $3, maybe $4. It's a little used. I don't know how long that's going to last as well. So then I was looking for a new or not as bad used copy, but then I found this and it was $5. I'm like, well, I definitely need to read A Little Princess because I loved the movie when I was a little kid. So not sure when this will be happening, but it is in the TBR for this month. Another one that I bought, not for this month, but for October, is The Exorcist, and I believe either Patrick or Brian or both, I forget what we talked about. Sorry. They will be one or both will be reading The Exorcist with me. I cannot watch the movie. That's very hard for me to watch, but I'm pretty sure that I can read the book, because there's only 2 books ever that I've had to stop reading, and then everything else, like, I've read, what was the Goodreads number? Over 2,000 books. I think this will be fine. Now, I was gifted Rosemary's Baby by Brian, and I was really confused because it didn't have a note with it, and I was like, oh, who gifted me this? Thank you so much, anonymous gifter. But it was actually just Brian, and shipping stuff can be a little wonky on Amazon. Well, this happened because it shipped in 2 different boxes, and this came really late. I had no idea. But I think it's interesting that this book cover does not have Rosemary's Baby on it, but it is here. So yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting marketing tactic. Is Rosemary's Baby that popular that you can just look at this cover and know that it's Rosemary's Baby? I don't know. But this is also for Halloween, by the way. Not gonna get to The Exorcist or this novel for September, but I got it within, you know, the end of August or the beginning, like right beginning of September for these books, so that's why it's on the TBR. Next up is Wintering, Kate Moses. I just found this at the little library for free, and was like, duh, I'll get it. I haven't heard of it before. I know Sylvia Plath. Have I read poems from her? Yes, a few, but there are some poems where I'm like, I'm just not interested, or just some poets where I'm not interested in. Maybe I'll get like a completed works or something, I don't even know. But I'm interested in her story, the story of Sylvia, because it's quite sad, it's quite depressing, and I understand why her books are freaking depressing. Though there are times where I'm more interested in the author or the poet versus their works, and this would be one of them. So I'm hoping that this is interesting and well written, all that stuff. Never heard of it until I saw it in the little library, and I read the summary quickly. I'm like, okay, let's try it out. Now, this is a nonfiction writing book, Save the Cat, and I'm just trying to read just a lot of resources about outlining. I do basic outlines. I just have trouble with the middle, and I don't want to be stuck agonizing over the middle. It's not necessarily that I'm going to start writing everything down. I don't think that's me, but can I just figure out like the middle? Brain, I understand that you are perfectly fine with knowing the beginning and the end and all character arcs and all that stuff, but can we figure out the middle to make it a little more smoother in my manuscript writing process? That would be great. So maybe I'll get some hints and tips and just whatever with Save the Cat. I did with Libby Hawker's book, and I'm just gonna pick out stuff from multiple nonfiction writing books and see how that works. There's another option where I buy Plotter, but I don't want to drop $150 on it. I've only spent, how much? Give or take tax, don't ask me about tax, I have no idea. Let's say $16 on Libby's outlining book and then Save the Cat. That's a little better than $150. I'm just saying, so that's kind of where I'm at this point. Might get another book, and that would probably get it to like $25 or $30. So I do also have to think about how many writing books am I going to get versus just getting Plotter, where you can plot out as much as you want, or how little, whatever. So that's going through my mind right now as I'm still working on Murderous Fairies. Now, I also got the Da Vinci Code by Dan Brown at the little library. the first book is somewhere. I don't know where. And if we can't find it, my husband and I, then I'll just go to the thrift store and find the first book. That's kind of where I'm at, because I got this book for free at the little library. I'm not totally invested in buying a brand new first book, and if I think the first book is bad for whatever reason, I don't know, it's first Dan Brown books, right? I'm not like totally into that. I want to give it a try, so hello, thrift store purchase. But I like to be open-minded with the books, so I have heard that the first book sucks. I don't know if I trust that. I am really a person of, I need to read the book and see if it sucks or not, because I've been burned too much by book Twitter and booktube. So I'm gonna see how it goes. I've also had people say, oh, you don't need to read the first book, and you can read the second book without reading the other one. I'm like, well, I don't know about that. Just as a writer, that doesn't particularly make sense to me. So I'm gonna get the first book somewhere. It's gonna happen. But of course, that's the Da Vinci Code is on the lower end of my TBR, but it's still in my mind. How about that? Now I'm really excited about Tasting History with Max Miller. This is one of my favorite YouTube channels, and I am obsessed. I love it. I'm not a great cook, okay? But I like watching Max cook. And then when I saw the announcement that Max said, this is only $6. What? Okay, I bought that shit so fast, and here we are. So I'm going to peruse it. I don't think you necessarily read cookbooks like you do other books, but I already know that this is a 5-star book because it's basically many recipes that he's already done, and I've watched the majority of his videos, so I know it's good. But I just wanted the book. I wanted the book. Second to last coming up is Black Leopard, Red Wolf, because Patrick and Brian and I, maybe some other people, but I know those two like all the time, we read messed up books. And this is going to be for February 2024, but Patrick bought me this copy to be like fully prepared, which we love a good preparation for messed up book read-alongs. So I'm excited. I've heard good things and bad things, but like I said, I want to read and find out for myself. I don't particularly trust other people. I'm going to try this book with the messed up read-along crew in February 2024. And I do love the cover. I love the title. I'm really intrigued with the summary, so we're just ready to go. And then lastly, this was another little library free find, but I've heard good things about Honey Girl, so I'm going to give it a try. Pretty sure it's gonna be happening this month. It is on like the higher end of my TBR for this month, and also because I mean it's a hardcover, but it's also short. So like short. Wait, how many? Before I say it's short, let me just see. Oh yeah, it's only 293 pages. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely move this up. I did start The Two Towers. However, I know that I need to like read other books in between Tolkien because it's just a lot. It's a lot. So this is probably going to be the book that I read after I finish The Two Towers. It's not epic fantasy. I'm not usually an epic fantasy person, so like I said, I need a palate cleanse, and this would be the next in line after I finish that novel. Thank you so much for watching my September book haul. It is basically true that I have broken the ban of buying books, but we're in a better space financially, luckily, after a year and a half. Yeah, it took a while, but I am just excited to be back buying books that I know that I'd enjoy, or almost certain that I'd enjoy. So I am still going to do library, of course I am, but I have a lot of books right now, so I'm not even touching the library. I just need to get through a lot of the books that I have that I need to read, and then I'll revisit the library probably in next year in 2024, because I've showed you other books that I have still on my TBR mini bookshelf, and yeah, I think that's about 12 that I haven't shown, but those are older that I need to get to them. I do. And then there's also a lot of them that are for Halloween, which I will do a Halloween book haul, so you don't forget about the cool Halloween books that I have for the month of spooky, scary skeleton season. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great rest of your day. Bye.